I'm recording my R&B music video after this.
Oh, are you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Doubt it. You are recording. So we have tomorrow. We're celebrating all of our volunteers in our church, and so we're doing a skit where we're doing Masked Singer, like the TV show.
Yeah.
And so you're wearing this literally like the Masked Singer, like those really extravagant costumes. Yes. And so you're going to sing and perform, and everyone in the audience has to guess who on staff it is, right?
Right.
So you are kind of getting ready for, because rehearsals is right after this.
Yes,
this episode.
It is. And I practiced a little bit yesterday, and I was laughing because I got home and I was rehearsing in the costume, mask, everything. And both Pastor Sanaz and Pastor Nathan were like, that was good. We know like you're not giving it your full all. And I was like, bro, what? I was dying in that suit. And they
so you gave your all,
like
and
dying, sweating because it's so hot.
It's so hot. Like so
because my mask, and so I'm claustrophobic. I really am. And so anytime I'm in tight,
something all right.
I'm in tight spaces, I have to really focus on like my breathing, because then like I'll either start panicking or I'll be like, okay, where's the nearest exit? I need to get out. I think it's because I'm tall and being in tight spaces. I'm like, I think that's in my mind. It is.
You're not tall.
I'm very tall.
You're not
Wait,
taller
how tall are you?
Taller than you.
Wait, how tall are you?
But 5'10".
That's not tall.
That is. I'm almost 6 foot.
That's
5'10".
tall for a girl,
Yeah,
but you're 2 inches away from 6 feet.
Yeah,
first of all,
that's
I think
tall.
you're 6 foot.
That's very tall. I'm 6 foot with heels on. Thank you, Nancy.
Oh gosh, you don't have heels on right now though.
I have boots. Boots are made for walking.
She's not 5'10". She's like 5'9".
He's such a hater because he wants to say he's 5'8". He knows I'm 2 inches taller than him.
I'm like 5'9", 9.5".
Even Alize's giggling.
Yeah, look at that little munchkin over there.
The little girl.
What's that little
girl?
Yeah.
She barely hits 5.
We represent the lollipop.
So like we're doing a full run through today, and I had a panic attack at like 1:00 in the morning because I was like, how am I going to do this? Like, because they were like, give it your all. I know you weren't giving it your all, and I was like, bro, that was given. I was given something.
And how long is that portion? It's long.
So my song is 5 minutes, but like the hype part is like 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But in that mask, so the mask isn't like a hollow mask. It's
tight.
It's
it's
cushion.
like a foam cushion.
No, it's cushion on like it's like
on your skin?
On my skin. So all that's out is my eyes and my mouth. So it's literally like mouth breathing, and like as if you're scuba diving, because I have to. So anytime there's a break, I put the mic down and I do a deep breath.
And you're moving and you're
moving
singing,
and dancing
so
and wanting to hype the crowd up. Yes. So what they told me, they're like, hype the crowd up.
I didn't want to open a can of worms this much. I just wanted to.
Anyways, if I'm not alive by next week, here's my story. There's my story. If I die tomorrow from claustrophobia and pass out. Pastor Aaron tripped twice yesterday, which I hope he trips, because that would be hilarious.
That's dirty. That's messed up.
Yeah, he's a great one. Yeah, but
that's awesome. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. I'm claustrophobic.
Hopefully, we'll get some photos. And will you have photos and video of that, Alize, tomorrow?
Oh yeah,
she's like maybe.
Yeah,
I think she's making that up. Sometimes she nods, and I don't think.
And tomorrow, can you actually take a photo and video of me and him side by side to show that I'm 6 feet and he's 5'5"?
No, first of all, no, bro. I'm not 5'5", 5'9", 5'9" and a half.
Where the short kings at?
No, not me. No,
King.
I think short king is like 5'7" and below.
5'5" and below.
Okay. I think
short king,
maybe 5.
Okay.
I would say 5'6".
5'6"? Oh,
5'6".
I'm 5'6".
How about in the comments? Y'all tell us what y'all think.
Yeah. What's a short king?
What's a short king?
So,
what? Alex, how tall are you?
5'8".
Okay,
5'8" and when me and Ashley got engaged, this woman comes up to me on a Wednesday night. She's probably like in her early 50s probably. She's like, I have a very serious question. I just preached on that Wednesday night. I was the youth pastor, but I think for some reason I spoke to our adults. And she's like, I have a very serious question. I'm like, okay, hit me. What's your serious question? She goes, does it bother you that Ashley's taller than you? I said, okay, no. Yeah, like I didn't know. I'm like, I just asked her to like marry me. So it's like,
Yeah,
and she
maybe
knew
it's
I
an
proposed.
insecurity of her own that. I don't
So
know.
I get to it, but at the time it didn't make any sense because I'm like, I just asked this woman to be my wife. Like, if it bothered me,
Why would you ask?
like,
that?
why would I ask her to be my wife? Like, oh yeah, I hate it, but I want to spend the rest of my life with her. Like, it didn't. So I look at her, I'm like, no, it doesn't bother me. And she goes, well, I'm dating a guy and like we're in love, and I'm taller than him. And I said, okay, hold on, let me get this straight. You're dating a guy and you love him and you're taller than him? Like, what does it matter? I was like, you love him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It honestly didn't make sense to me. Now I think I understand it somewhat. It's just like you call it whatever you want, vanity or whatever. But it's just like, so you found someone you care about, you found someone you love, found someone you connect with, and like your only hurdle is
Height.
the height difference. She was like, yeah. And I was like, well, yeah, I think you should probably like not be so vain in that.
Yeah, I
instance.
would
And
understand if it
I
was
like,
like
"Oh,
a
I'm
huge
not-
gap.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you're like,
Right.
Torso.
But we know a
apart.
couple where she's like 6'1" and he's
Yeah.
probably 5'5",
Yeah.
and it's a huge gap. But
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
to me, it don't.
I don't even. Yeah,
you know,
I don't even.
like,
It doesn't even. When you look at them, you're just like, yeah, she's just super tall and she's really pretty. And
Yeah.
they have a cute little baby.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey.
Me and Ash are pretty much the same height, though.
Yeah.
That's probably why.
Like-
Don't do a
Someone-
slant. Don't do a slant, Nancy. Don't do that.
No, and someone asked me recently, which I was just like, it was a friend, and so she may or may not hear it, and they were like, so when she was like, don't get offended. She was like, when Adam goes in to kiss you, do you bend down or lean over? And I'm like, he's not a munchkin from Munchkin Land. Like, I don't know what you. Like, there's no, yeah, like as
People
if I'm
are
like
haters,
like as if
man.
I'm kissing the top of his head. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
no,
I'm gonna
short.
start asking people offensive questions.
right.
And they
Oh,
say, don't get
does your
offended.
spouse is bothered by your bad breath?
Like,
What do you,
yeah,
you know?
right?
Yeah,
like-
do spouses get that? Because there's a couple I knew, and the husband had terrible
Oh,
breath.
no, I would
And I'm
tell
like,
Adam.
does his wife not
No,
tell
no, I would tell him. Like Adam will
Or
tell
do
me
you
when I
get
don't
used
go- he
to
probably
it?
don't
Do you
go to
get used to
dentist.
that bad breath?
No, because I don't get used to my own funk either. So like when I smelled my armpits this morning, I said, "Good God Almighty, I hope Adam didn't smell me." But yeah, no, you're
all
fully
smell.
aware. You're fully
Oh, yeah,
aware.
yeah, you
Like,
know
And you
when they
guys tell
stink.
each other, like, you're not, like,
but the funny
at this
thing
point.
For
is,
sure.
the funny
Yeah.
thing is, any human, you taste bad breath. You know when your breath stinks because you could.
For the most part.
So you got
No.
tonsillitis
some
or
people
something?
well, then if they're aware, then they should go to jail. If you're aware you have bad breath and you're like okay with it, you should
Just
there should be a
talking.
prison just for you.
Yeah.
That another human can't smell. If you're like, oh yeah, no, I know my breath is bad, but I don't go to the dentist or I don't.
You're like, I got a rotten tooth.
I'd be like,
bro,
get
I
out of
need you
here.
to fix that.
Get out of here.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
no.
Go to jail.
But you guys tell each other.
Get out of here.
Oh yeah, I'm a very observant person. People will mention that about like I notice when Adam gets his hair changed, when he goes lower in his beard, when he has a booger in his nose, when he has something in his teeth.
Yeah.
Oblivious. Like I'll be sitting there talking for
Cilantro.
someone for 20 minutes, just a booger hanging, and he's sitting there and talking to me, smiling, looking at them, and I'm like, there's no gesture, none.
I'm not paying
None.
attention.
See, or
paying
and you
attention.
guys know I'm infamous for my eye boogers all the time. Alize is always like this, and I'm like, girl, thank you. Just to me walking around with just eye boogers like I got an infection.
Paying attention to that.
He just thinks you're beautiful as you are with eye boogers
He
and
does
all
not
the
care.
boogers.
No,
and
he doesn't. Alize,
like,
keep kicking her. See, and Nancy's always
He's like,
positive.
my
Patty.
wife is
change her name to
perfect.
Patty.
Yeah. God finished the job. He just was like,
said-
as is. I bought the car as is.
He's definitely not. He doesn't say he needs to return it. There's no lemon law.
Dents and dings and
Nothing.
everything.
Yeah, no lemon
Hey, you
law.
seen that viral video of that guy that with the Subaru or the Saab or whatever. He ran through the dealership. It's literally viral right now.
What did he do that for? And then he got out and said
He
something.
did it because he bought the car used as it. They literally had him sign paperwork as is. He got on the freeway and the car immediately started making noises, immediately started acting up. And so he called them and was like, I want to bring it back. You sold me a piece of junk. And cause it's like an old used car.
Okay.
And they were like, no, it's yours. You signed the paperwork as is. And so the next thing you know, he drove the car through the dealership and he said, I told y'all. Yeah. That's the context.
Does someone, he gets arrested though, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. He's arrested and all that stuff.
He made
like
his
that.
point.
He made his point. He brought it back.
Hey, but it was enjoyable to watch.
He brought it back. That's crazy.
So see, he's not returning you. He said,
clearly.
I got her.
As is. Yeah. The trickery and whatnot. The false
I laugh
sticker
about that all the time.
with all the accessories that claimed we're going to be there. I'm going to cook for you.
Oh, that one was not on the list.
From the jump, it was never on the list.
No, never from the jump. But one thing that I always love about my husband that he says, he has always said, because we talked about his, like a couple of his exes that he's dated, and he's made comments.
I've never
about,
had an ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, shut up.
You're my first girlfriend.
So
You're my only one.
he says that he was like, oh, one of them had an attitude problem. I never showed him not one attitude during our year of dating, year of engagement, one, like maybe twice. And it was like subtly over. We got married. I said, unleash.
Stop.
I married Corella DeVille.
I mean, what classifies as attitude?
Okay?
Like,
I'm cute.
I don't know.
You've been around her. What you mean what classifies? Yeah.
No, she's graceful.
Thank
If
you.
she was a Tyler Perry movie, she'd be Diary of a Mad Black Woman.
I'm Medea.
I'm a deer.
Yeah. It's going to be Ashley when she's older.
So you can't return. So sorry about it. You can't return to because my mama don't want me back either.
No, Betsy would be like, she's gotten worse with you. Like, she said that all the time. Her mom would say that. She'd be like, I saw some of these things, but they've gotten worse over the years.
Oh, that is too funny.
I'm like,
Anyways.
man, you're supposed to spank this stuff out of her,
gosh.
Betsy. You're supposed to discipline this.
Hey,
Made it worse.
Did you get spanked when you were young?
of course.
Yeah, so did
Of course. I got flicked. I got backhanded with my mom's rings all in the mouth. So, she'll be like, pop.
I was the only one spanked in my family.
Really?
It didn't work.
My other brothers never got spanked. Never.
Never? Yeah, we got
They've
spanked
never
too.
been spanked.
Well, that.
I'm gonna
Nathan's
spank
never
my
been
future
spanked,
kids. I
and he
already
should
know.
have.
Yeah.
He should have. I know him now, and I'm like, he should have.
He should
And
have.
Caleb never got spanked either. He should have.
But like,
He for
how?
sure
Like,
have.
did you like keep standing, or like, was there like handprints? Because there's a difference between getting
Was it
like
belt?
Like, because if you just
No, I'd get the
Adam!
belt. No. I'd get the belt, and my dad. Oh yeah, for sure.
Really?
Oh yeah. You can ask him. I get that belt for sure. For sure. I don't know. It must have had the opposite effect for you.
It did because I'm thick.
No. In other words,
I could take
like
the
you
heat.
don't have no care for repercussions. That's what I mean.
She's like, come on, give me some
yeah.
more.
Oh, I
Then
remember. My mom,
start fights with
my
people.
mom literally said the other day we were in the kitchen and she goes, "How's that feel?" Basically, because I popped Thomas and he goes, "That didn't hurt."
I love it.
And my mom,
I love it when the boys.
he goes, "That
Our
didn't
mini
hurt."
Ashley.
And my mom goes, "I've heard that one before."
No.
There was a time I remember we were walking up the stairs and I was probably like 6.
Oh, Lord.
And she spanked my butt and I was on the stairs and I go, "That didn't hurt." And I shook my butt at her and then all I hear is running and I take over.
Oh, that's Thomas 100%.
Yeah, that's totally Thomas.
That didn't hurt. She was like,
Yeah.
"Well, now you're getting a taste of your own medicine." So
Yeah.
here I am,
love
all
it.
in Thomas. And you guys know
I
it.
love it when Matthias and Thomas give
It's not
Ashley it back.
Well, Matthias
yeah,
does,
Matthias
but
does
Thomas
sometimes.
is worse because he'll laugh in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. His teacher asked me the other day. She goes, "So, with Thomas, is there any like things that you can help with, like to just get him to like either just sit or just because he's very bossy. Like he'll tell someone when they're doing wrong.
Yeah,
but
what
then-
did you tell me the other day? Yeah.
Yeah.
he'll-
But the way that he tells them that they're doing wrong is he punches them, fights them, tosses them. Like, no, Miss Lexa said no, and then tosses them. And she goes, do you know how to like get him to stop doing that? I was like, no, okay, do you?
yeah. Let me know when you figure it out.
I literally said,
like, you give me pointers.
honestly, I don't. Do you have any pointers, girl? I said, this is my second time being a mom. First time Matthias didn't do this. Thomas is tossing people. I don't know. I honest. She was like, okay. I was like, yeah, we'll work on it. Let me know when you figure it out.
Well, it's so crazy, like with, like, it just always shows, like, and obviously I know it's not possible for everybody, but the value of like a father or male voice, because Thomas could be giving Ashley heck, and I just raise my voice once with either of them and I rarely raise my voice, and so when it is raised, it's like they stop at whatever they're doing.
They do. Because then I'll be like, I'm going to, Dad. I literally go, Dad. And then they're like, what? And they're like, nothing. He's like, we're done. They're like, leave your mother alone. There was this TikTok that I did see that I thought was really sweet of this dad that he did. This young boy was going into the room where his mom was, and I don't know if she was taking a minute or what it was.
Oh, yeah.
You saw that?
Mm-hmm.
And the son walks out and he's like, Mommy. And then the dad was like, hey, son, like, give Mommy a minute. And basically, like, I don't know.
He's like, what'd you need? It was like something like the kids, like, I want cereal. He's like, I could do that for you.
I could do that for you.
Give your mom a break.
Give your mom a break. Give her some space. Give her some time. And that's sometimes where you're just like, as a mother, like, it's so appreciative to have a father just steps in to be like, when Adam knows my voice is going there, he knows I'm done. Yeah. I mean, I texted him about it today. I said, I'm here. I am capped with these kids. And just because as a mother, too, the majority of the time, the kids just want the motherly love because we over-coddle, we over-love. They want our affection. They want our approval. So majority of the time, it comes with that. Dad is the fun, disciplinary, but then also the reason, the why. And so the kids will always, and that's what they make jokes of, like, no matter if even dad's in the room, sometimes dads are like, bro, I'm right here. Just ask me. Stop bothering your mother. Like, she's dealt with it enough. So, but it was really cool to see because, like, yeah, even when Adam is just like, hey, they, like, pause. And I'm like, finish the job.
Yeah. Or what I'll do sometimes, like, I'll just, like, grab a bag of candy and I'll be like, I'm going upstairs to watch TV, and then they know, like if I know she's like over them, I'll be like, I'm going upstairs to watch TV, and they'll see the bag of candy in my hand, so they're like, they know, like, oh, Dad will give me some candy if I follow him, so they'll grab their iPads and then follow me upstairs.
Like, deuces,
and then,
Mom.
Yeah. But then it gives her a break. Where if I just go, hey, come upstairs with me, leave your mom alone, they're gonna be like, no. But they just see me with like a little bag of Skittles just walking upstairs.
Yeah. I know other moms could probably relate. It's like they just want to be mom all the time. I hold you, you hold me.
You're
Mommy,
a playground, basically.
Oh,
I'm seeing my sister raise her first daughter, and it's just like she's always all over her all the time.
Yeah. And then sometimes I do think, obviously, we as mothers do have a part to play because we overly love our children. And so this nurturing affection or care or comfort or protection comes into play with our kids that like mom is safe. Even if she's upset with us, she can't be upset with us that long. She's going to hug us and love us and get over it in a sense. And so we have a big part to play, and it's honestly finding those boundaries now as the boys get older of like, hey, when mommy's about to take a shower, y'all got to be out the room. Like, give me my privacy. Or mommy's about to do something. You guys cannot bust in this door right now.
Right.
Like, give mom her privacy.
Right.
So that's something where I think because we co-sleep with the kids and stuff, so we've invited them in a lot into our space. But as they get older, too, we want them to have their own identity where it's not in mom or they find comfort and joy in each other, the both boys, or finding solitude, just hanging out by themselves. And Thomas does a really good job at that. He can find comfort and be okay with Matthias not playing with him.
Being independent.
Very independent. So sometimes it's hard now navigating those avenues of seeing your boys get older, and then you're wanting them to detach because they're so attached. But then there's that attachment where you're like, well, don't. So it's, for me, I'm in that season right now where Matthias is going to be 7 next year, and it's really figuring out like, okay, where's your maturity level? What are things that you can do on your own? And he desires his independence as well. But like going out with Adam wants to teach him snowboarding, new things and new avenues for them to just grow and mature in themselves and to not always fall on mommy and daddy. So like that's where with us we're trying to get the boys to communicate a lot better of not just I don't know. It's no, tell me how you're feeling. Like why are you upset or why do you feel this way or why do you need mommy right now? Why can't daddy be? And so it's finding and figuring out because I think kids have a lot of emotions. They have a lot of feelings and they don't know how to express it other than for my kids is coddling and just being under us at all times. Because the teachers even say it. They're like, your kids are so loving. Even as hard as they can be, they are so loving and want the affection and want the affirmation. So it's just protecting them in that too as they grow up and mature.
Yeah.
So
That's true.
yeah.
Get a mom talking about her kids. She'll spend a whole day on
Sorry.
it, you know.
I don't know yet, but I'm sure I'll be the same.
Yeah, every mom.
Every mom.
It's like all
Yeah.
anyone asked was like, how's your day? And then they start giving a whole dissertation on how different their children are.
Literally.
That is so funny.
All right, let's do this just really briefly for today's episode. I thought of it right when we sat down talking with Nancy and Alize. But sometimes we refer to the 5 love languages as like a response to, hey, get to know your spouse's love language. And Dr. Gary Chapman has written a famous book called The 5 Love Languages, which is great. Love languages, which is great for couples. It's obviously not an ending place. It's a great beginning place. And basically what he says is that kind of your emphasis, there's 5 languages of love that a person tends to lean towards. Some people, may have a couple emphasis or whatever, but others, it's like there's one strong thing that says if you can understand your spouse's love language, more than likely you can kind of help them communicate in times of what they need or what they're lacking or how you could connect with them in a deeper way. So what I thought would be for the episode, we've already been doing the episode, but basically on the last, half is share what those love language are for people who don't know. So if someone's in a relationship and they're like, man, I'm trying to connect better with my spouse and really connect deeper and really meet their needs so that they feel like they're being communicated to, then we could share these and then we could go a little bit into our own and individually how we help each other in those things. So for those that didn't know, here's the 5 love language, which normally I do have them memorized, but just thought I'd read them to make it easier, which is, first one is acts of service. So a person's love language would be, acts of service would be, say you're married and, your spouse, normally you're the one in charge of doing the laundry and your spouse covers the laundry for you, or normally you're the one, washing the cars, or you're the one doing certain things and then your spouse takes in and is like, I'm going to take that off their plate. So acts of service is a big way of communicating love. For others, it's quality time. It's, setting time aside and saying, hey, for your birthday, I thought we'd get away so we could spend time. For a spouse, if that's their strongest, that's really important to them. If that's their weakest, they may be like, hey, you're smothering me, and so, that's important to know. Words of affirmation. And so someone's love language may be, their strongest may be words like, you're so smart, I appreciate you so much, you're doing a great job, you're a great mother, you're a great father. That really goes a long way with them. For others, it's physical touch. Not just intimacy of sex, but hand holding, hugging, cuddling on the couch, coming up behind, holding each other, et cetera, physical touch. And then the last one, which is Nathan's, receiving gifts. So it's hey, I saw this and I thought of you. I got you this gift. It could be small, big, medium, but for a person, they feel most loved when somebody, really receiving gifts is more of like, hey, I thought of you. And that person, means a lot to them, that someone was somewhere else and thought of them and got them a gift. And so those are the 5 love languages. So.
Wait, so share your guys'.
Yes, we will.
I feel like ours has
We
changed.
want to know. Yeah, I was going to ask, does it change?
You think so?
Yours changed because I
Okay.
changed
Go
yours.
for it. Yeah.
Wait, okay, sure.
His was physical touch when we first met, for sure. And yeah, I was like, bro, get off.
You're not
me.
a physical touch person?
That's her
No.
last.
That's like my
Really?
So-
yeah, no.
So
You
I
don't
had to
want to
learn
be
really
hugged all the
quick.
time?
I had to learn really quickly, like, if this marriage is gonna last, I'm gonna have to find something else to appreciate because she's not. It's not.
Like
her.
I don't mind a booty grab. Like that's stuff. Like that's cute. Like,
Yeah.
But like, why are you hugging me for so long, bro? Like, unless I'm crying, I'm not crying. Why you?
Yeah,
hugging
but
me?
what happens, like when we first get married, it was like I was being so, and I started noticing like that doesn't communicate
Love.
much of anything to her, and so then it was like, well, like I'm walking away very frustrated, and I don't know. I would say it's different now, but like I don't know that she, if I'm being honest, I don't know that she had the maturity. Well, I know she didn't because we had some marriage issues at the beginning, and I was partly to blame, for them too. Nothing like infidelity, but just our own past. But it was like, if we could go back and Ashley had, the maturity she has now, she should have made a bigger effort at understanding my love language and wanting to encourage
100%.
that. And so
100%.
it was almost discouraged so much that there was, after about 2 years, she was like, hey, you don't hold my hand anymore. You don't have, and then I was just like, well, I was kind of tired of doing it myself. And so now it's like not even a built-in habit. And actually, I have found that were your words of affirmation, and so I think deeply, because what I have found is like when you're have like physical intimacy with someone that's not just sex, normally words are attached to that, and so what I ended up finding was I thought it was physical touch, but it actually wasn't. It was like when you were physically touching each other, normally words were attached to that, and that's actually and I would touch to try to have those words like, oh, I love you so much, or oh, you're so great, or whatever. And it was like, that was actually the value. And so the moment physical touch was kind of removed, because I was also just a young 20-year-old who had hiked up hormones and testosterone too. So you try to physically touch because you hope it leads to sex too. So there's that attachment too as a young man. But it's like, as I gotten older, testosterone don't work the same way. It's like, well, even when I have physical touch, it means something, but it doesn't mean the same. It doesn't have the same value as words of affirmation. So in the deepest sense, it really was. I thought it was early on physical touch, but it wasn't. But
And that was before.
That was before.
Early on.
Early
when
on.
you guys
Early on
were-
in marriage. Yeah.
So what do
And
you
just
think it
dating
changed to?
His?
Yeah.
His is words of
I just said it.
affirmation.
Words
Yeah,
of
yeah.
affirmation,
Yeah.
and that's what it changed to. Okay.
Yeah.
And what about?
But again, I don't think it changed that. I think it always was that.
Okay.
But the
'cause
moment,
words attached to the.
but that was Ashley's least physical touch, and so for the first year or whatever, I was pretty frustrated by it. But as she would give me words of affirmation, it was like she slowly started picking up, and so did I. I was like, oh, I value that more than physical touch,
I see.
and that's what I would try to get physical touch to lead to is more kind of affirmation.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And that's yours. So what about?
Quality time. Quality time all day. All
Yeah.
day.
And that's always been your
Always.
number one.
Always. I like quality time to me is just so, I think that's so intimate because you're saying you want to spend time with me. Like the physical touch is there and everything like that, but like physical touch, like you said, you hug somebody or you touch somebody, you grab somebody or you rub somebody or caress, that's all in a moment, like
see.
of something, like,
Yeah.
or leading to sex.
Yeah.
For us, it's like if you want to sit down and watch a movie with me and have popcorn or go to dinner and us have a conversation and us talk, or quality time just going to coffee and just talking about life, like, or laying in bed and just talking and
Yeah.
having pillow talk, like that to me is quality time.
Yeah.
Like that is, I have your full undivided attention and I just want to talk about life. I want to talk about anything. I want to talk
Yeah.
about media, Instagram, TikTok, family, friend, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I think quality time to me is saying like, you enjoy me.
Yeah.
Because not a lot of people can give quality time. I don't think a lot of people enjoy quality time because they don't enjoy a lot of people. But when you enjoy your spouse, I value quality time so much. And the moment quality time isn't there, that's when I believe that we've come into the place and space where I'm like, the lies, the enemy, like, you're so busy, you're this, you're not worthy, you're not that. Like, he doesn't want to spend time. There's this, the schedule. Oh, he'd rather do this than hang out with you. And so that to me, like, my quality time is like here to me. Like, and that's how I function, and in my life kind of runs off of my love language with him, because his time is so limited at times. So when it is carved out, it means so much to me because I know he is so busy. Yeah. And so when he does do that, have whatever you want at that time, at that point in time. You want physical touch at that time, you want words of affirmation, you want to get whatever you want, that carving that out and that time for me to say, I'm going to slow down for that. And not to say like he doesn't give me quality time, but I think quality time, you really get to know your spouse a little bit more, or hear their heart, or hear their frustration, or understand how their week was. I think within every relationship, regardless of what it is, once a week, if you can, try to get that quality time with your spouse to just check in and say, like, how are you doing? Like, how are you feeling? Like, how's the week been? And is there anything that you feel frustrated with or overwhelmed with? I think that quality time exposes and allows you to just talk freely and be present. So I gifts are nice. Words of affirmation. I love words of affirmation too, but quality time would be my number one. Yeah. And I would say, like, even with Adam, like, or just even in gifts or the love language in general, I always give Adam words of affirmation. So sometimes it's, as a wife, you kind of try to bleed into the other love languages just because you're like, okay, I could only say my husband's amazing so many times to his face, or try to encourage him when he feels discouraged. Like, those are things, like, sometimes, like, we've even talked, like, sometimes wives, I don't need you to say anything, I just need you to listen. And so, like, the words of affirmation have to be at the, I guess I would say for me in our relationship, at the right time. So Adam does love gifts. I do believe that. And I do believe, obviously, every man loves physical touch. And acts of service. Acts of service, there's times I believe that does bleed in with him. I believe, obviously, everyone is a little bit of everything. It just depends on the tier that it flows in. I guess the last one I think on your list would probably be, it'd be between acts of service, probably. Like you care that I do, like, the cleaning and all that stuff, but it's like, as long as you're happy. Like, if you're not happy cleaning, please don't clean.
Well, I appreciate it, but, like, that's more like in my head, acts like an act of service. Like, you wouldn't, like,
an act of service is like you taking,
cleaning
like,
is like we're both live in the house, so it's not like you're doing it for me and we have boys.
Service for,
like, as if he were to tell me, hey, Ashley, like,
an act of service with her be like, hey, I saw you dropped your dry cleaning off yesterday, and I picked it up for you today. Like, that would be an act of service. That normally would, for me, be like, or she like, oh, I noticed we were out of dog food. Normally you get it. I got it for you. While I would appreciate that, I wouldn't be like, oh my gosh, she loves me so much. I would just be like, oh, I really appreciate it. I had a busy week, or I had a busy day. I wouldn't be like, oh, that's so sweet of her, or whatever, and so it probably is lowest. Like, I actually don't like when anyone does anything for me, and there's probably, like, some issues there.
You're just a very independent
but it's like,
person,
and that's what happened. We found out we got married. I was like, don't do my laundry. I'll do my own laundry. You don't got to do anything for me. Like, we could team up on stuff, but, like, I don't need you to do anything. And then really, just as my life has gotten busier and our platform has gotten busier, I've had to welcome help, which is like Phil, who's like the biggest help in my life and in our life and stuff like that. But it's like, even Phil knows, like, it's hard for me to, Phil has to text me and be like, yo, what's up, baby boy? Like,
he's like, if you don't go ask him, he's going to go get it himself. He's just going to go to the car himself. So you got to be like on top of it.
So like Phil will be like, hey, I'm on the way in. Where can I stop for you? You know, it's like, dude, my dry cleaning today is like, man, I got you. Like, and that, but I wouldn't ask anyone for anything.
No, I don't think you've ever,
yeah. Or Nancy would be like, yeah, I'm looking at your schedule. Like, there's no way you're going to be able to get lunch. Can I get you lunch? And I'll be like, I'll fast. I'll wait until
like
after.
9 out of 10 times you tell me no.
Yeah. I'm like, no, I'll fast. Because it's really hard for me to have anyone do anything for me. So it's like, yeah, that's an issue I'm aware of. That's something that over the years I've tried to get better at. Mm-hmm. So even with Ashley, I'm like, hey, I'm traveling, but I have this event I have to do this week and I need my suit dry clean. Could you? And it's like, I really feel bad. Like it's a big inconvenience. Mm-hmm. And then Ashley's like, yeah, no, where is it? I'll take it for you. And I'm like, yeah, but if it's too much, I can maybe, I don't know, I can ask Jermaine or Phil or what. It's like, I'm always like, in my head, who have I inconvenienced less lately that could maybe help me out? You know, it's like.
Literally.
Yeah. So that's probably, which is tied to active service. It's like, no, I'm good. I don't need it or anything like that. So then when it's done, like I really appreciate it, but it doesn't communicate to me necessarily as a love language.
What about just quick? But what about like surprises? Are you guys? Do you like them? Do you give them?
No, I'm terrible. No.
You don't like them?
No, and I'm gonna find out.
So if Pastor Adam was trying to plan like a birthday surprise for you?
Oh yeah, he tried to. And
she ain't go find. She
found
crazy.
out. I found out.
You found out?
He finds out too. Oh, he made me so mad. I'm gonna tell you this because it still sits really deep in my heart.
You can't surprise anyone with ADHD.
No. You can't surprise anybody that's nosy. And I made you nosy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. This is when I used to work for you. And when I worked for you, we shared office. And so it was for his birthday. And his favorite music, Coldplay. Loves Coldplay. So I was like, oh, they're coming in town. Like, they're coming to the Rose Bowl. And I was like, okay, I'm going to get them tickets, but I'm gonna say anything. I'm just going to be like, okay, I'm going to plan a day, just so you know, this is when we're going to celebrate this day. We're going to celebrate your birthday on this day. Super chill, whatever, not saying anything. I put the tickets, because I printed them out. We share an office. My back is to him. So he faces my back, I face this way. I put these tickets in the bookshelf that are all lined up. So it's books and it like a tiny sliver of like a crack of tickets.
This.
Yes, and I know you did. And I know you went in there and I took it. Yes, selective memory. And so he being nosy in my desk, I should have went to HR.
Was it my book?
They were my books. I don't read any of them. You've
never read a book in your life.
But they were there looking cute and in order. Yeah. And so it was a little sliver where they were. So I come back from lunch or something like that, and I noticed that they're tilted. And I was like, oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't. So I didn't say anything. So I was like, maybe I'm tripping, because most of the time I am.
Maybe it was the wind.
Maybe it's the wind. Maybe a gust of the air conditioner just... Maybe he went to go read a book. So then it was maybe like a week before, and he's like, I know what we're doing. I said, oh, you went in my book. He was like, no, I didn't. I said, yes, you did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't.
You did.
How would you
put it together.
No, he said he put it together. Yeah, no, he said he put it together because he said he knew they were in town, and they knew that. Then he went and looked that they were playing that night, and so...
He just knew.
Yeah.
Honest to God, my mental hard drive can only sustain 2 years at a time. And so I don't remember this at all.
And
but as you're talking about it, I had put it together from something else. I never went through your little book thingy. It was, you always give your own stuff away.
Do.
You're out there murmuring with everybody.
I do.
And,
now I'm like, I don't even care. This is what I got you. Look.
So you don't do surprises?
No, here's a sneak peek. You want to know what you got? A week before your birthday, you want to know what you got?
What about Christmas?
Don't care.
I surprised you by re-proposing to you 2 months ago.
Yeah, but I guessed it.
No, you
I
didn't.
guess I did. I did.
No, she didn't.
I did because I said, this is what I said though. So I didn't guess.
No,
yes,
didn't.
new
She
ring.
Didn't get, you didn't guess.
New ring.
Yes, I did. I didn't guess the engagement.
That's the easiest. The one side that the whole point is the engagement. Not the engagement. I clearly asked to clean your ring. Any girl would be like, oh, I wonder if he's doing something about it. Like,
no, you didn't ask to get it cleaned. You asked to fix it because it was dented from weightlifting.
But I said it was going to get cleaned and the dent was going to be fixed.
Yes.
Yeah. But of course, I asked a week before our 9-year anniversary. Like,
so I was like,
of course.
like maybe he's upgrading my ring. And he's like, girl, I don't got that kind of money to upgrade your ring. What are you thinking about? And so then I was like, okay, maybe I'm just thinking way too much out of the box. Anyways, so then we got Maverick, and he was like, that's your dog. And I was like, oh, okay, good. I love him. He's great. He's like my anxiety dog, whatever. And so then when he proposes, I was like, shut up. And everyone's like, why are you laughing? I was like, because I don't like surprises, and so I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know to scream.
You don't like surprises?
What do you do at your surprise?
You act surprised.
You go, oh my gosh, I love you so much. Thank you.
I swung my purse at him. I'm laughing. Oh yeah, it was a whole thing.
She's a bully. She's like,
I was like
punching you. Buddy.
Stop
buddy.
it. Like, I'm telling you, physical
Knocks
touch.
him
What do you
out.
want me to jump on him and start making a Mac Betty?
Yeah.
No,
do that.
in front of everybody.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, I'm a lady.
Yeah, you far from that.
She's like, I'll do a fart over a kiss.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was a surprise.
That was a surprise.
I said, she goes, so what we did is we set up some flowers.
That's
and then
the only. I
and
get
then we
nervous.
went on a walk with Aaron, Erica, Nathan, Sanaz. We went on a walk, and then we came across this like wedding venue that there was like a heart full of roses, and then Ashley was like, "Ooh, someone's proposing here," and then Nathan was like, "Well, let's take a picture in front of it before whoever is doing it gets here." So then Nathan and Sanaz take a picture, and then they're like, "Adam, Ashley, you do it." And Ashley's like, "Well, you guys already got a photo in front of it."
I ain't doing
No,
that.
I'm good. I don't want it. And I'm like, "No, let's just do it. Let's just do it." And she goes, "No, someone's gonna propose here. Like, no, like, let's go." And I'm like, "Let's just take a photo real quick."
Adam's like,
And then-
go now. I was
Yeah.
like, oh God, I guess you want this photo.
Yeah.
I do look good, but dang.
So then we stood there, and then I said, "Yeah, you're right. Someone is getting proposed today. You are." And I booked this venue a year from today. This same spot is where I'd like to remarry you.
Yeah.
And I already booked everything and picked
You
the
had
food
to
and all that
plan
kind of
all
stuff.
that out, like all
Yeah, I
those
did.
Details.
I did in October, and I worked on it in
Dang,
February.
He love you, girl.
February.
Yeah.
She don't appreciate me
He
though.
love you,
Like
girl.
women in the comments, do me a
Look at her
favor
face.
and tell her how blessed she
How
has
would you
it.
feel appreciated though? Like
She don't.
words of affirmation.
She don't.
More words of
Right,
affirmation.
just all of the above, all 5, every day.
He's like, give me all 5 every day.
Every day. I need you to, I need them
Acts
acts
of
of service.
service.
I need that physical touch. Need them words. I need you to give me a gift every day.
I'm gonna give you some words.
I need
I'll give
gifts
you some
every
words.
single day.
That
I
I'll
need-
give you some physical touch.
She don't, you know.
Oh, that's
She
too
don't
funny.
care.
Wait, so she doesn't like them. Do you like surprises, or don't mind them? Like you wouldn't be mad.
Thanks for
Yeah.
asking that, because I ruin all of them. So let's find this out right now.
Yeah,
No,
all
I will-
together.
You
let's
want me to
find
surprise
out.
you more?
I did. Yeah, I
No.
think so. Nobody asked me, but I like surprises.
Nancy's like, I think my boyfriend listens to this sometimes, so let me
Yes,
start
so,
throwing some inside stuff. I would
you know
love
what?
to be
I love
proposed
surprise.
to.
I love surprises.
Give me a gift randomly. I'll take it.
She said, Nancy said, give me them words, give me them prizes,
All of the
give
surprises,
me
the
them
money,
gifts. She said,
credit
nobody's asking
card.
me.
Nobody's asking me questions, but I'll input.
That's so funny.
Sorry, but you can answer.
Nancy's like, my turn, my turn.
This is why I really asked the question, because I wanted people to know I like
Yeah. What I always love too is you know that because we do Beyond the Letter first, and then it goes to Beyond I Do, and then the team gets slim. You know that Alize and Nancy were here when you look at the refrigerator in Nancy's camera and there's just food.
Oh, wait, that
El
was
Pollo Loco.
this is mine. That's
There's- I'm like
Alize's.
looking at your camera right now. I'm like, it looks like a dorm room right there.
Yeah, I got
you
it.
gotta
That's
know-
Alize's
I
stuff.
walk in,
enough
Alize's
surprises
literally
over there.
dipping a quesadilla in
and
mashed
talking,
potatoes. She has a bowl of mashed
Talking
potatoes.
to him about work, like, so what do you think about, like, and then bites it as, like,
She's like, Ashley's a homebody, huh? She don't ever like going anywhere, huh? And she's dipping a chicken quesadilla in mashed potatoes and gravy.
so tell me about
And it didn't even occur to me how odd this was at the moment until right now. I'm looking at everything
yeah,
and I'm
every
like,
time you look over here,
I'm
it's
like,
like this.
it's all.
We always got something.
And the thing is, that won't be left there. They'll clean it up, and next week there will be a whole new
Something
batch of
else.
snacks.
Wait, hold on. So a cheese quesadilla with mashed potatoes.
Chicken.
From El Pollo Loco.
From El Pollo Loco. Then she
dips the quesadilla in
then she had the mashed
potato.
potatoes in it, and she scooping it.
Like it's cheese.
Alize be eating like a toddler.
She really does. I told you, her grocery list is wild.
I think we both do.
Gosh,
yeah, the funniest is Nancy was in Mexico with us, and she goes to me and Ashley individually. She's like, "So, does your family ever eat breakfast? Because every morning I'm starving, and you guys just start the day."
They like wait till lunch. I'm like, bruh, I'm losing weight in Mexico. That's crazy.
I was like,
between her and Alize, where Alize's like, yeah, no, I don't eat much for breakfast. Just a bagel with turkey, cheese, jalapenos, cream cheese on top.
Right.
I was like,
and then in an hour I'll have a string cheese and then have some Takis.
Apples with peanut butter.
Yeah, exactly.
And then a quesadilla with
apples like I'm a horse.
Yeah, literally you do.
Yeah.
No, and then her quesadillas with the fake cheese.
Oh yeah.
What is it? The Velveeta.
Yeah.
I don't eat Velveeta.
Alize's all offended.
What is it then? What is with that crap? No, you made me
The
buy
Mexican
that Kraft
blend.
cheese.
That's for my bagel.
Ew, Kraft cheese on a bagel?
The American square?
Yeah.
That's not American.
That's disgusting.
That is fake.
What do you? Hey,
American
are you okay,
what?
Alize?
I don't even think that's made in America.
What you been going through, Alize?
No.
That is crazy. That
You
is
could
wild.
upgrade your cheese, Alize.
Literally, you could take
You're a
that.
producer
You
now.
got a full-time job.
You're a producer
yeah. You're on. What did we rename you on these podcasts?
think I
She's
was
a producer, not executive yet.
Look
right?
at Nancy
No.
looking at her like very.
She said, "Yeah, that was the day I walked in, and I was like, hey, you
scared.
want a new title?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't come with any perks, but it's a new title."
We can
Get
you
on your
upgraded
IG
cheese.
handle.
All right, buddy. Hope you enjoyed this episode.
Gosh.
Thanks for joining into Beyond I Do. Hopefully, we helped you in some type of way, or at least
you
we're
laughed at
or
us.
at least we were your friends today.
Oh, you
So
know I like surprises now.
Yep.
remember,
Give
let
Nancy a
Ashley
gift.
know how blessed she is, so that she could go through all the comments and then value the surprise that she got. God bless you, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.